Welcome, everybody, to Weiss Camera Action. I, of course, am your host, Aaron Weiss, alongside the King of Corridon himself, Alex M. Weiss.
In the flesh.
And, of course, joining us, once again, as usual, is the Duchess of Dunwoody, the Sage of Sandy Springs, Erica J. Lavender.
Good evening. Happy to be here.
You know, we've been over this. We don't know what happened. We don't know what time they're listening to.
Good day.
What if they're listening to... What if it's in the middle of the night?
I mean, that's good evening still.
Good day? Yeah. Okay.
Good eye.
Good eye.
Good eye, Mike.
I'll give it to you.
All I'll say
Steak and lobster.
Steak and lobster.
Throw some shrimp on the barbie.
Austria, eh?
We should review that movie.
And not review Dumb and Dumber or Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah, exactly. The Dumb and Dumber cinematic universe that only consists of one movie.
Yes, the other two don't exist.
The other two don't exist. But we will pull Instagram for our next movie series because this, of course, is Weiss Camera Action, the show where each and every week on your favorite podcast service, Alex, Erica, and I review movies/series of movies. If you like that and you want to be a part of the show, go to patreon.com/Weisscast, where the $1 a month tier grants you the ability to ask questions that you want to be aired on the podcast, or you can write your Darmok review, just like Alex does at the end of each episode. We have never had anyone write in yet, but, you know, it's the 7th episode. I mean, people will write in eventually. There's a first time. Maybe we'll get one for Christmas next week.
Next week is Christmas if you're listening to this week. But if you're listening to this next week, then this week is Christmas.
Merry Christmas if you're listening to this next week.
Guys, the finale of the Santa Claus cinematic universe will be posted on Christmas Day.
That's an exciting installment.
I'm excited about that. We'll still record on like Wednesday or maybe even Tuesday.
Tuesday works better for me. Housekeeping.
Wait, which does?
Tuesday.
All right. George. We got this. Also, $1 Patreon supporters get mentioned in the credits, as well as a shout out during the show. Big thanks to our Patreon producers, Chrono Slinger and Pepe Danger. If you don't have any chance to toss our way, no big deal. You can catch the show each and every week on Friday on podcast services around the globe. Housekeeping. Alex can't record until Tuesday next week. Or Alex has to record on Tuesday next week. That doesn't affect you all.
When is Tuesday?
Tuesday's relative. Is there any housekeeping? Oh,
Grandma?
We will not be releasing an episode. So the final episode of 2020 is the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause.
We're gonna take a bye week or
We're gonna take a bye week. It's gonna be extra time for polling for the next series, and the first week of January we'll be back stronger and meaner.
Yeah.
And ready to review something.
Yeah.
Bigger, faster, harder, stronger.
Yeah. So be prepared for that. Also, more housekeeping about Weisscast. We've had some really bad technical difficulties lately on Weisscast. We attempted to use the same software that we used partway through season 2 called OBS, and it just did not record for us last week. And it's really sad because it was going to be a really good episode about all of the Disney announcements that happened last week. But that's okay. Bryant and I will be back recording on Skype on Friday. You'll get a new episode on Sunday, and there will be 2 episodes of Weisscast left this year. Oh, also, the other reason we're taking a bye week for Weiss Camera Action is because we have to record the crossover episode for Patreon, and that will go up December 31st.
Yeah.
Of course, the crossover episode is going to be our Star Wars tier list. Erica and I just finished the original trilogy today, and we will be powering through the other 8 movies.
But, to be fair, my semester at the preschool, I work at a preschool, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to end, so I'll have plenty of free time to get through all these movies, so I'm super excited.
I'm also on Christmas break, so we got plenty of Star Wars time. Very excited.
I'll be going on memory.
You'll be going on. Well, if you want to watch a few of them, you can, if you have time. But
yeah,
don't feel pressure to watch all 11. That's all the housekeeping we have for you. Today's episode is brought to you by Weisscast, but more on that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is, and forever will be, our first impressions. All right, little elves, impress me.
My first impression is that this was a cozy movie. Like, not... It was kind of predictable, but it was predictable in a good way. Like, it wasn't, like, poorly made. It wasn't offensive. It didn't have a lot to say, but what it did have to say, it did well. Like, it's kind of like a chicken McNugget. You just...
The Santa Claus 2 is the chicken McNugget of movies.
You heard it here first on Weiss Camera Action.
Like
the Santa, it doesn't have a subtitle, so Weiss or the Santa Claus 2 Chicken McNugget.
Love it.
But, it's something familiar. It's not great for you, but it tastes good going down.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Erica, how do you feel about this movie?
My first impression, I guess, was I felt like I had seen this movie a bunch of times. I knew I had seen the first and third the most, and I wasn't as familiar with the second, but I didn't know how unfamiliar with it I was, and that took me by surprise. Like, the first scene, I felt like I had never seen that a day in my life. It was so unfamiliar to me. And there were a bunch of other scenes where I felt similarly, but I do agree, it has, like, a nice comfort. It is a chicken McNugget.
Shout out to Erica for reminding me to add some trivia.
You're welcome.
Inadvertently.
So I don't remember liking this movie as much as I did. Literally the only scene that I the only 2 scenes that I fully remembered going into the movie were the football scene near the beginning and the scene that it's like after the toy Santa was created and he has Coco for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like obsessed with Coco.
Oh, the robot Santa?
Yes. I don't know. Those were the 2 scenes that I really remember. I didn't remember Spencer Breslin having a mullet.
I just watched it. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he has a little mullet. Little elf mullet. This movie was really good. I do remember Charlie's arc, or liking Charlie's arc. They expound on it a little more than I remember, just why he's acting out and being a teenager. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie.
Were you surprised at how much you enjoyed it?
Yes, I really was. This is like you're saying, it's comfort food. I mean, it's like this is a chicken McNugget. I mean, give me some of that tangy barbecue sauce, and I'll eat this movie up.
I have a theory about why we may have enjoyed it so much, but more on that later.
All right, let's get some fun facts.
Oh, real quick, I want to say that I have seen this movie I don't know how many times, but it's still in my memory. 2 and 3 are like not interchangeable, but like kind of run together in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fun fact number 1, and this wasn't even on IMDb. I had to fish this out myself. And I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Fred Uwanek of Corner Gas fame. Aaron, you've seen Corner Gas.
Yeah.
He plays the radar tech on the plane in the beginning of the movie. And
Oh yeah.
I was like, when I first saw this, no, when I rewatched this movie as an adult, I was like, hey, that's the guy from Corner Gas. I don't remember his character's name in Corner Gas. Hank. There we go. It's like, that's Hank from Corner Gas. And I really wish he was in more of the movie because I think he's a funny actor. Peter Boyle's back as Father Time. He plays a different character than this time. And he's even in less, like, he's in the movie even less than last time, which is very sad. Waste of a character. Anyways. And Michael Dorn plays Sandman. That's right. Worf plays Sandman. And he was not in the movie nearly enough. He got like 2 lines, and I was sad. Like, but now for some actual trivia. AKA what IMDb said. When Santa is on his first date with the aspiring singer slash songwriter, if you look at her shirt, the face of Santa is that of Tim Allen. I noticed that during the movie. I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, it's just Tim Allen's Santa Claus on her chest. When Scott is trying to explain to Carol that he is Santa, she says, well, so far so good. You don't wear socks with sandals and you've never been to prison. Scott replies, well, ... Tim Allen did spend time in prison before his acting career on drug charges. So I guess that's a reference to him being in jail, but I thought he was admitting that he wore socks with sandals. The last
That's interesting.
the last piece of interesting trivia I found, and this ties in with my theory as why we may have enjoyed this movie so much, was that the cinematographer also did Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Snakes on a Plane, and Rush Hour.
What?
I know. Like, what is that guy doing on the Santa Claus 2?
I have a piece of trivia that you might have missed.
What's that?
There is a reference to Toy Story
Mm-hmm.
in this movie. There's probably more than just one, but the one that sticks out is when they're on the sleigh towards the end of the movie. The robot toy Santa says that Scott Calvin is one sad, strange little man.
Yes, it's a good reference.
Very good reference.
But like, as I was watching this, I noticed like just the look of the movie. I mean, besides being 8 years newer than the last one, I was like, this looks different. Like the way things are framed, like it was shot well. I was like, who shot this movie? And it was the guy who shot the Terminator. What? Like, I was flabbergasted.
Well, all right. Think about this. Terminator has robots.
Yeah.
Santa Claus 2 has a robot.
Yeah.
Need I say more?
Snakes on a Plane has snakes. I mean, it has a plane. Well, snakes too. And this has a flying sleigh.
They go fast in this movie.
Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Boo.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. Oh, I know. I was gonna ask a question. For some reason, in my memory, this is a straight to DVD release.
No,
It came out in theaters.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Was the third one a straight to DVD release?
I don't think so.
I have no recollection.
I mean, do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, look it up, because All right, there's no way it's straight to DVD if they have this cinematographer. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm looking at the third one now. Release date November 3rd, 2006.
in theaters.
It just says November 3rd.
If you find a box office, it was probably in theaters.
Da, 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 da. Box office. Yep, $84 million.
What the heck? That I don't know why I thought these two movies were straight to DVD.
No, if it was straight to DVD in 2002, then it probably would have looked a lot worse.
I know. That's why I don't know. I couldn't wrap my head around that. I was like a straight to DVD. I've seen Clock Stoppers. That's a straight to DVD 2002 movie.
No, that was released in theaters too.
Don't look at me. I have no idea.
My life is a lie.
You know who directed Clock Stoppers? This is not the Clock Stoppers podcast.
Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. He also directed Thunderbirds, but Thunderbirds was not good.
Yeah, I feel like he's not a great director, even though he has directed a lot of Star Trek. Anyways, this is neither the Clock Stoppers nor the Trek cast.
Maybe we will get to Trek cast. Who knows?
Yeah, can I say that most of the movies we have referenced today, I do not know them. So there's lots of movies to get through.
That's the point of the show.
That's the point of the show. You know what I mean?
Review Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator 3, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis, and Terminator whatever just came out. Dark Fate.
I mean, we know it's going to be like 2, 1. In my opinion, Salvation.
Yeah.
3, Dark Fate, Genesis.
Oh, Genesis is so bad. Anyways, you guys want to hear about a plot summary?
Well, yeah.
Let's hear your little plot summary, and then we'll go to the longer deep dive with some analysis.
Alrighty. Scott Calvin has been Santa Claus for the past 8 years, as of 2002, and his loyal elves consider him the best Santa ever. But he's got problems, such as a mysterious weight loss, and then he discovers that his son Charlie has landed on this year's naughty list. Desperate to help his son, Scott heads back home, putting a substitute Santa Claus in charge of the North Pole. But when the substitute institutes some strange redefinition of naughty and nice that puts Christmas at risk, Scott must return with a new bag of magic to save Christmas. No mention of the love interest.
No mention of the love interest.
Yeah, that was provided by Disney, like on IMDb.
Come on, Disney. All right. Like Alex said, 8 years have gone by since Scott Calvin, played by the illustrious Tim Allen, first took up the Santa Claus job. And began. Sorry, I paused for a second. It's not Santa Paws. That's a different movie.
Please, let's not watch that movie, please.
And became the subject to the Santa Claus. Now he is at the top of his game at the North Pole, and he could not be happier, at least until Bernard, played by David Krumholtz once again, the head elf, and Curtis, played by Spencer Breslin, the keeper of the handbook of Christmas, break the news that there is another Claus.
Hold up.
The Mrs. Claus.
Hold up. Can we talk about the opening scene real quick? And how good
Yeah, how intense it is?
Yeah, it's almost, I'm thinking about it, it's almost shot like an action movie. You know?
It is. Maybe that's why they got that cinematographer just for that scene.
Yeah, I know, right? But like there's a plane flying over the North Pole, and then the two guys in the plane hear they hear hammers, and then the Santa recon team realizes that there's a plane overhead, and to I guess hide their secrecy, they make all the elves stop hammering, except one person keeps on playing music, and they can hear it. The people in the plane can hear it through their. I don't really know how they're hearing it, because you can't hear things through radar, can you? So you can only see things.
Yeah, I thought you could only see things.
But they, through movie magic, they can hear things through radar. But I like the opening scene a lot, and the person playing the music is none other than whatever Spencer Breslin's character's name is.
Curtis.
Curtis. It's Curtis.
I don't know if I liked the opening scene, to be honest. It seemed so random to me. Like what? Like maybe I just missed something, but what did we gain from it?
We got Hank Yarbo in the flesh.
But like, okay, that's so fair. But like plot wise, what did it set up for us?
That's a good point.
I really don't know.
It was a character introduction, reintroduced Santa, introduced the workshop, brought you up to speed where everybody's been.
Kind of showed you the character of Curtis.
And a lot of it was the credits too.
That's true. I just think that there maybe could have been a more seamless way to do that. Oh, something to set up the vibe of the movie a little bit better.
Fair enough.
Because I think that's why I didn't remember it. Because it has nothing to do with anything else that happens.
Mm-hmm.
It just it was a cool opening scene, but to me it's unmemorable because it doesn't. I don't know. I didn't think it did anything personally. Anyways,
we're allowed to disagree.
Anyways, Santa/Scott is now pressed to get married before the next Christmas Eve, or the clause will be broken, and Christmas will die away. Christmas will die away.
I like that phrasing, die away.
At the same time, also away is on the next line, so it's just so Christmas will die away. At the same time, Abby, another elf played by Danielle Woodman, delivers news that is more distressing. His son, Charlie, played by Eric Lloyd once again, is on the naughty list. It then cuts to Charlie one night defacing the walls of the school gymnasium from the skylight until he is caught by Principal Carol Newman, played by Elizabeth Mitchell. Scott must return to his home to search for a wife and set things right with Charlie. He even brings this up when visited by the Council of the Legendary Figures, included Mother Nature, played by Aisha Tyler, Father Time, played by Peter Boyle, Cupid, played by Kevin Pollak, the Easter Bunny, played by Jay Thomas, and the Tooth Fairy, played by Art LaFleur, and the Sandman, played by Michael Dorn. You might remember the Tooth Fairy, Art LaFleur, in The Sandlot as Babe Ruth.
Did you guys get the impression that the Sandman was kind of shot by himself or filmed by himself? Because he wasn't in any of the wide shots.
Huh.
He was just kind of at a desk.
I didn't really think about it, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That does make a lot of sense. I wish I had noticed that.
All right, Michael Dorn, we've got you for one afternoon. Put on a cap and sleep for like 5 minutes.
And we'll cover you with sand.
Cover you with sand.
To cover for Santa's prolonged absence, Curtis helps him create a life-size toy replica of him, much to Bernard's horror. However, this larger-than-life legalist cannot find any grace or slack in his plastic heart for minor infractions by children all over the world. Having followed the handbook too strictly, he takes control of the North Pole with a duplicated army of life-size toy soldiers. He thinks that everyone is naughty and plans to give the entire world lumps of coal. Because of the impending end of his contract, Scott undergoes a desantification process, which gradually turns him back into Scott Calvin. He has a limited amount of magic to help him. He attempts to reconcile with Charlie, who keeps vandalizing his school to get attention.
Did you guys think it was a little too coincidental that, like, he was desantifying as he went home and, like, as he started to get to know the lady? It's like he looked pretty much normal by the time he went on a date with her.
I mean, is it convenient? Yes. But does it fit the plot? Yes.
Yes, it does.
I don't think it was poor writing.
No. I
It's-
I just thought it was kind of a little bit of the inverse of the first one. I'm not really complaining. It's just like,
No, it was the inverse. It was the inverse. I think that was. I mean, Alex, think about Spider-Man 2.
yeah,
The exact same thing happens pretty much.
Rent.
I'll get you rent when you fix this damn door.
That's the third one, but still.
Whatever. Um, Desantification process, which gradually turns him back into Scott Calvin. He has a limited amount of magic to help him. He attempts to reconcile with Charlie, who keeps vandalizing his school to get attention. They both hit the cold, hard wall of Carol when Charlie defaces the lockers.
I don't know if I
I don't
love
know what
that.
that means.
I really don't think I love that.
I don't know who wrote this, but
It's rather entertaining.
yeah, it is. Charlie confesses how hard it is for him that Scott is never around like other fathers and reveals the stress he is under to conceal the secret that is his father is Santa. Scott vows to try harder as a dad and they reconcile. Yeah, it's that easy. I'll try harder.
Why doesn't Scott come around? Because like Charlie can call him anytime.
Yeah, I know. Like, Charlie, it's up to you, man.
He has the
His
snow
dad
globe.
went out for cigarettes 8 years ago and never came home.
Nelson?
He's coming back. He is. After a few failed dates, Scott finds himself falling for Carol. He accompanies her in a sleigh to the school faculty Christmas party, which turns out to be dull and boring. Using a little of his Christmas magic, he livens it up by presenting everyone with their childhood dream gifts, much like he did with Laura and Neil in the first film.
Can I say really quick though? I think that this summary just kind of glossed over how magical the sleigh ride was,
Oh, it
which
for
I
sure
think
did.
was one of the highlights of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it for sure was. Yeah, I mean, with the hot chocolate and the snow only over the snow or the sleigh, the giggling.
Also, they kind of gloss over the subplot about the stopwatch or the clock and him running out of
Right.
magic.
Right.
Oh, well, they didn't really gloss. They just said, a limited amount of magic to
Oh,
help
okay.
him. I mean, they kind of gloss over it, but they acknowledge it at least more than this sleigh ride. This just sounds like a normal, like, oh, I'm picking you up from home. You know,
I'll be in my sleigh.
be in my sleigh. Speaking of Laura and Neil, this movie did not have near enough Judge Reinhold.
I was kind of okay with that, honestly.
I liked him better in this movie than the first movie. He was a douche in the first movie, but this movie he was a lot better. And I wish that they had played him up more. I did like Lucy a lot, their kid, and how Scott was Uncle Scott. But anyways, we'll get into analysis later. He makes a special presentation to Carol, and with his last remnant of magic, wins her over, and they kiss passionately. However, she balks when he attempts to explain he is Santa, believing that he is mocking her childhood, until Charlie manages to convince her by showing her his magic snow globe.
A magic snow globe that can bring Santa to him at any given moment.
Yep.
Which he didn't use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Convenient. Also, this summary is leaving out the fact that, well, I mean, it kind of implies, but Carol kicks Scott out of her house. Scott is approached by, oh, wait. No, yeah, it's in the next paragraph. I just needed to keep reading. Curtis flies in to deliver the dreadful news about Toy Santa's coal binge. He's just eating so much coal.
Oh my.
Toy Santa's a glutton for coal. However, Scott has used up the last of his magic wooing Carol, and Comet has eaten too many chocolate bars. Classic Comet. Toy Santa wastes no time in subduing him. Wait. This.
Did they just skip over how they get back to the North Pole?
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Because they're out of options, they're like, alright, we can get back, but we need the help of the Tooth Fairy, the Molernator. And they attempt to snatch one of Scott's teeth out of his mouth.
Which, as I was watching it, I was like, do they forget that there's a child in the house? And Lucy probably has a loose tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold,
Lucy comes out and is like, I lost a tooth. After Scott gets flipped over the banister of a staircase by a toaster. Can we talk about that?
He had no business.
Was that toaster a 200-pound toaster? Like, Scott was an average sized man, probably 5'10", maybe 180 pounds.
It contained nuclear waste inside of it.
I knew it. And it was tied with a string, probably floss. And this is when Judge Reinhold shines. He's like, the old toaster trick. No one's ever heard of the toaster trick, Judge Reinhold.
He said, this is what me and my friends did growing up to get a little extra cash.
It's like,
he was so goofy in this movie.
He was so goofy, but I loved it.
Well,
I was like,
he had like a instant like flip of the switch character change. He was like stuck in the mud at first, and he was like, "What are you guys doing? You're gonna wake Lucy up." And then he was like, "Oh, you're trying to get Scott's tooth out? Well, let me help you."
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, it's just, it was weird.
That was a weird scene for me.
But I mean, yeah, the door makes sense. Like, everyone's seen the door thing done. Tie a piece of floss to the door knob, tie the other end to your loose tooth.
That's how Dad got my teeth out.
That's how Dad got my teeth out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you never did that in real life. Anyways, sorry.
The toaster thing's not real. Don't try that at home, kids. Or if you do try it at home, just be careful. Don't flip over the banister like Scott Calvin.
That's probably your parents' nice toaster. Like, maybe don't drop that off the second story of your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably a wedding gift.
Kids, that's what you make your bagels with. Just use a little wisdom, you know?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, the Tooth Fairy, the Molinator comes to get Lucy's tooth. They know how to capture the Tooth Fairy by touching one of his wings. And they convince the Tooth Fairy to take, by they, I mean Curtis and Scott, convince the Tooth Fairy that he is Santa, that Scott is Santa, and the Tooth Fairy, the Molinator, takes them to the North Pole. All right, now that we've added this back into the plot summary, I'm going to edit this wiki. No, I'm not. That's a lot of time.
I think the Tooth Fairy has face blindness because, like, Scott Santa looks like Santa without a beard. Like, you can't tell the same person without a beard.
It's a real Hannah Montana situation.
No. I understand because he has a huge beard. He's lost, 150 pounds. It's different. He doesn't. It's not as rosy.
Okay.
You're making points.
Also, Alex, I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I had this thought during the movie, specifically when Scott was completely 100% desantified. For some reason, Scott Calvin reminds me a lot of Uncle David Weiss in this movie. I don't know why.
See it.
I think it might be his very specific tooth gap that's on his bottom row. But just like, a lot of ways that he acts.
Mm-hmm.
Just reminds me of Uncle David. But also Uncle David reminds me sometimes of Indiana Jones. So he's a very interesting person.
Like, not completely unrelated, I was thinking that desantified Scott, or Santa, desantified Santa reminded me of Grandpa.
Yes. That's not completely unrelated because family. Blood.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
Once Scott and Curtis get to the North Pole, Toy Santa wastes no time in subduing them both. But Charlie, who we earlier said convinced Carol that Scott was Santa, but Charlie, and I now believe in Carol, spring him free. They spring both of them free by summoning the Tooth Fairy again. This is a little Deus Ex Machina, but whatever. Um, Scott then goes after Toy Santa, who is already left with the sleigh, riding Chet, who. How many times have we met Chet? Like he wasn't.
He was like introduced in the beginning,
Mhm.
and I think that's about it.
Yeah, so Scott rides Chet, a reindeer in training, which okay, that's both very accurate and inaccurate because Chet is a reindeer. I think he's in training to be a sleigh reindeer.
This is not Annabelle's Wish.
This is not Annabelle's wish. This is not Wacko's wish either. Um, they both crash back into the village with an army of elves. Carol, Bernard, Charlie, and Curtis lead a snowball war to overthrow the toy soldiers. Toy Santa is reduced to his normal 6-inch height. Scott marries Carol in a ceremony presided over by Mother Nature herself, and he transforms back into Santa. Christmas proceeds as it always has, and he and Carol have a 3-month honeymoon on the next day, or to go on the next day. In addition, he and Charlie reveal the truth to Lucy, played by Liliana Mumi, Charlie's younger half sister, Laura and Neil's daughter, about him being Santa, and she is now in on the secret. This is the first time they mentioned Lucy, and you know what? Whoever wrote this, boo on you.
Lucy's bigger in the next one.
Yeah, but Lucy was really cute in this one.
She was really cute.
All right, Alex.
Yes.
Boop, boop, ba-doo-doo.
Banana.
Boop, ba-doo, boop.
Banana.
Boop, ba-doo-doo, doo-doo, 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 boop, boop, boop. Welcome everybody to Kudu Badu, the show, the podcast within a podcast where cool dudes rank bad dudes. In the last episode, we shockingly discovered that Scott Calvin is the real main antagonist of the Santa Claus. In this movie, I feel like there's more candidates. There's obviously Toy Santa.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out Curtis. Curtis invented Toy
Ooh.
Santa. And those are my only two candidates. Anyone have any arguments for?
Well, I don't think Curtis would. He didn't stand in the way the whole time. He wasn't antagonizing Santa the whole time. He just kind of set into motion the mechanical Santa that did eventually oppose Santa. So my vote's still gonna go for Toy Santa.
Yeah, I think that. So Curtis definitely was a little troublemaker at some points in this movie. Like, didn't always make the best decisions. But I think what it comes down to is he didn't have like a malicious intent.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Whereas, and I guess Toy Santa technically didn't either, because he was just programmed to strictly follow the rule book, and he was just following it like to an extent that you're not supposed to. But like, whatevsies. I feel like Toy Santa is the villain for me.
All right, Toy Santa is the villain. Where does he rank? Does he rank above or below Scott Calvin from Santa Claus 1?
Below, in my opinion.
I don't know. Toy Santa had some good one-liners. And he showed his teeth some.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You know what? This is kind of similar to Barbossa, because as the movies went on, we didn't rank him as a villain as much,
Mhm.
or as like a bad guy as much, because he isn't as bad as the movies go on. And this is kind of how it is with Scott Calvin also.
But yeah,
Scott
I
Calvin
guess
does make a resurgence in this movie. Like, he does desanctify, and he's not bad when he desanctifies. He's, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I don't know. I just want to draw that parallel for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Scott Calvin is Barbossa.
Hashtag confirmed.
/ a chicken nugget.
Alex, with this new information, do you still vote?
I still vote Scott Calvin because like he was the antagonist of the first movie, even though he grew and is not the antagonist of this movie.
All right.
Just because his arc, I feel like his arc was like, yeah, like I like Toy Santa okay, but he was more like your typical villain type of guy. But, this isn't my podcast. This is our podcast.
It's true. I think I'm going to go on ahead and put Toy Santa at number 2. All right, the official rankings of Kudu Badu from the Santa Claus Cinematic Universe are number 1, Scott Calvin from the Santa Claus, and number 2, Toy Santa from the Santa Claus 2, Lost in New York.
This is already making me very excited for the next episode.
Up next is Battle of the Boils. Battle of the Boils!
So Aaron and I don't know if you are too, Erica, but I know Aaron and I really like Peter Boyle a lot, and he was in 2 very small parts in very different parts in these movies, and I just want to know what everybody thinks about his character versus in the first movie versus his character in the second movie.
So his first movie was more of a Peter Boyle role, like a classic Peter Boyle role.
Yep.
I mean, his second appearance as Father Time is like, I would call it more of a cameo.
Yeah.
He had in the first movie he has that Peter Boyle zip, that kind of rude humor, but like you still kind of want him to be your grandpa, you know?
Yep.
Those are my thoughts.
I pretty much feel the same way. He was almost wasted in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that I'm like I'm not familiar with Peter Boyle all that much. I couldn't tell you anything he's ever done. Sorry. But I wish I had more to say. I'm just so not that I'm so glad that y'all are Peter Boyle fans, because someone's got to do it, and I'm glad it's y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah. I liked Father Time. I liked the what was he? He was
the boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked them. No qualms.
You like both of them?
Yeah, no qualms.
Erica is chaotic neutral.
That's very accurate. I don't know if we're ranking these, but
well, yeah, we got to compare with. I don't know if he's more. I know he's in the third one, I guess. I think, but I don't know how much he is in the third one.
Is he?
Is a Father Time back in the third one, Erica?
Oh yes, that's true.
Okay.
That's very true, because yeah.
Well, I know he died in 2006.
Oh.
Peter Boyle's best movie, side note, is
Yeah, he's back in the third one.
The Cat Returns, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. That's very good.
He gets to play a big fat cat.
Amazing.
All right, so yeah, number 1, Peter Boyle from the Santa Claus?
Number 1, Peter Boyle. Number 2, Peter Boyle.
Number 2, I was gonna say Father Time because I don't know his character in the first one. Just put Peter Boyle. And then for number 2, put Father Time.
I'm just gonna put the movie.
That's
Okay.
fair.
All right. Is everybody ready for the Darmok review?
I'm ready.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Santa, his time short. Double the pride, twice the fall. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
This brings us to our rankings and scorings. Erica, I would like for you to score this movie.
So I like it ever so slightly less than the first one, I will say. So I think I'll give this a 6. Alex doesn't look like he agrees with that.
I liked it ever so slightly more than the first movie.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
See, I like it more than the first movie as well. And I don't know what I gave the first movie.
We had an average of 6.8.
I know.
I think you gave it a 6.5. I think you did.
I think I was going to give it a 6.5 again. And I think that's another average of 6.8.
6 plus 6.5 plus 7.
No, it would
divided
make it
by-
a true 6.5.
Yes.
It's 7, 6, 6.5.
Oh, you're right. It would make it a true 6.5.
Yeah. Okay. 6.5.
Here's the thing, though. I do like this movie more than the first one. But I just gave it the same score that I gave it the first one.
This is your podcast, King. Do what you want.
I know. I can't. How did we get a 6.8 on the?
I don't know. I gave the last one a 6.5. I gave the last one a 6.5.
You
What
might
did
have
you
done like 6.75, Aaron.
I think I did do 6.75.
Oh. Tricky.
Did you give it a 7, Alex?
No, I gave it a 6, I thought.
Then how did we? There's no way I gave it. I think I must have given it a 7. Or did I do math wrong? That's also a possibility, Alex.
I don't know, I'm doing math.
I think we gave it the exact same scores. Except you flipped for this one, and you flipped for this one, Alex. Yep. I think it's the exact same score. I think they're tied.
We need to listen back to the last episode.
I think they're tied.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
maybe we need to write down the individual
Ladies
scores.
and gentlemen, we will update you in the next episode the truth of the matter.
Mm-hmm. www.weisscast.com/your-wrong
Please.
So as of right now, as it stands, according to the data that is backed up by probably bad math, the Santa Claus is coming in first, and the Santa Claus 2 is coming in second.
Which is interesting because both of you guys like the second one more. So mathematically, you would think the second one would.
Or
yeah.
Aaron said he scored that it's the same.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Do you know what? We'll come back to that.
I think they're tied. My.
It's Erica.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a Weiss camera action first.
Live fact check.
We're gonna listen to
We're gonna do an instant replay
the
for you
end
guys.
of last week's episode.
We're going into Inception mode.
All right. Weiss. All right. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. I just like the intro.
It is a great intro.
Welcome, everybody, to Weiss
All right.
Action. I, of course, am your host, Aaron Weiss. I guess it leaves just me. I enjoyed the movie, but not Ryan's character from Dumb and Dumber. More serious, kind of commanding presence like that could be a divorcee. I think she would have played it really well. I'm just imagining her character from Dumb and Dumber.
Have you mentioned Dumb and Dumber 2 weeks in a row?
They might have even been competitors in.
Yeah, because I think it's a little bit further ahead.
Yeah.
And Ryan Stiles. Kringle on the Roof. Scott Calvin, not Klein. Charlie, his eyes dry.
Not Klein. I love that. I love him.
Erica, I want to hear your score.
Okay. So, like, I'm already anticipating how much I love. Okay, let me not even think about how much I love the other ones. And just, like, think of this movie for this movie and not compare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the third one so much. But we're not there yet. So, this one, I will give a 7.5.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
the
so
liar.
good. It warms my heart. It's not my favorite Christmas movie ever, but it's still really, really good.
What honor does that movie, or what honor gets that? What
Elf.
movie is your favorite? Elf. Okay.
Elf. Yeah, I'm a big Elf fan.
I'm the rat. Sorry,
Would you like
guys.
to hear mine?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, okay. I do enjoy this movie a lot. It does not crack my favorite Christmas movies, however. I enjoy it. It's well written, it's well acted. For the most part, well cast. Like I said, for the most part. The main characters I think are the best cast, and Bernard. I think I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10.
The
Mine-
plot's thickening.
Mine's 6. I know that.
I guess it leaves just me. I enjoyed the movie. Some of the visuals were dated. Like I pointed out the obvious CGI reindeer to Chelsea when we watched it.
And also how his
Oh
body,
yeah.
it was like this when he's going down the chimney.
Yeah. And like I feel like as I was watching it, I feel like the characters were like,
Oh, get on with it.
I did a 6. I know that much.
just like this obvious, oh, I'm this way, and then flip, oh, I'm that way now. So the story arc didn't really do it for me, but I'm overanalyzing. I'm gonna give it a 6.
All right, it's settled.
So Alex is the only one who has a good memory here.
That's
For myself.
I can't I can't amend my score because integrity of the show. Before we get into the outro, this episode of Weiss Camera Action is brought to you by Weisscast. Alex, Erica, do you like being entertained?
Love.
Do you like movies, video games, anything of the nerdy culture?
I can get with it.
Well, I got a show. It's called Weisscast. It's been around for it's going to be its second anniversary, but we're in the third season. It's been around for a while, and Bryant and I have a lot of fun recording the show. It's recorded every Friday. Well, it's recorded on Fridays and posted on Sundays. This week, I don't know what we're talking about yet, but I'm sure I'll look at the news before we record tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. But I don't know where I was going with that. Listen to it on podcast services around the globe. Join us on patreon.com/Weisscast if you want to be a part of the show. We'd love to have you. It's the show that started it all. Weisscast. All right. Alex, where can they find you on social medias?
Alexander M. Weiss on Twitter and Instagram.
Erica?
You can find me on Instagram at erica.lav. You can find me on Twitter at _lavenderica.
And you can find me, your host, Aaron Weiss, on Instagram and Twitter at The Weiss is Right. Find all things Weisscast on Twitter and Instagram at Weisscast. Thank you for giving us your time at whatever time of day you're listening to this. We really appreciate it. Until next week, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Just in